Okay, so Ryan Reynolds just came out and said that Hugh Jackman is going to return for Wolverine and Deadpool 3. And I'm excited about this. And there's two things that we're going to talk about in this video. First thing we're going to talk about is how in the world did they get Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, and Deadpool into the MCU? The second thing we're going to ask or talk about is what they're going to do with them when we're here. So to answer the first question, I don't actually think that Deadpool 3 is going to take place in the main universe of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I don't think that Hugh Jackman is going to come with him when he arrives in the main Marvel Cinematic Universe. What I think is going to happen here is this. I think as far as the release date for Deadpool 3, it is going to be his solo movie that comes out in 2024. I think he's going to debut earlier than that. What I think is actually going to happen here is Deadpool is going to debut in the Marvel Cinematic Universe in Loki. What I think is going to happen is somewhere along the line, Loki and Mobius and that one chick who is the TVA agent, I can't remember her name, they're going to end up in the Foxverse in their efforts to basically escape from Kang the Conqueror and presumably make their way, or at least Loki make his way back to the main Marvel Cinematic Universe so he can get a hold of the superheroes and say, hey, here's what's going on, and this is Mobius, and this is that one chick, and we got to team up and we got to save all of creation. I think that he's going to end up in the Foxverse along that journey, and we know just from the leaked footage in the trailer and so on and so forth that Loki's going to be traveling by himself, and Loki's also going to be traveling with Morbius in them. So what I think is going to happen is that when Loki's by himself, he's kind of doing his thing. I think ultimately he's going to be traveling with Morbius and that one chick. I think he's going to end up in the Foxverse. Things are going to pop off, and then by whatever manner and whatever means, whether it's a fight and he loses it or whatever the case is, he's going to end up losing his interdimensional teleportation device, and Deadpool's going to find it. Now I think that is going to segue into Deadpool 3, where Deadpool in possession of this thing is going to be like, this is my ticket out of this crappy universe, right? Deadpool's going to be us. He's going to be us commenting on how crappy the Foxverse is, because all those movies were garbage except for X-Men Days of Future Past, Logan, and maybe kind of First Class if you're talking about the first part of the movie. So the thing about this is Deadpool's going to be like, this place sucks. I can't wait to get out of here. And then it's going to turn into Deadpool 3. Deadpool kills the Foxverse. And here's what's going to happen. Like, Deadpool's literally going to be like, you know what? None of you guys ever gave me any respect. None of you guys ever liked me. The only person who ever treated me cool was Colossus, kind of, but even then he was a little bit of a dick. And Deadpool is going to kill all the superheroes in the Foxverse out of revenge, out of petty revenge. He's gonna be like, you know what, I'm out of here. It doesn't even apply to me anymore, right? It's gonna be the equivalent of you being on the last day on your job, walking into the office and just pissing all over the place. That's what it's gonna be, right? Literally, Deadpool's just gonna be like, you know what, I'm out of here, right? Like, I get to leave this place. Here's my send-off. Everybody dies. And like, he's just gonna kill every single superhero. The X-Men, the whole 9 yards, any superheroes who exist in the Foxverse that we didn't even know about, whatever the case happens to be. It's gonna be a rip-roaring, R-rated good time that's gonna be filled with just absolute massacre and mayhem, where Deadpool's gonna kill everybody. That's what the movie's going to be. Now, having said that, once Deadpool transitions over to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, presumably the main Marvel Cinematic Universe, then the question becomes, what do they do with him? Well, outside of his solo film, which is going to basically bring him in, I think Deadpool's just gonna have a whole bunch of cameos. I think he's just gonna appear in a whole bunch of different movies. It's the best way to spread him around, to get people used to him. They can't overdo it, otherwise it'll be overexposure and people will learn to hate the character of Deadpool. But I think they're gonna handle it intelligently and they're gonna handle it reasonably, but you're gonna see Deadpool appearing in all kinds of different properties, some X-Men properties, maybe some new Avengers properties that are coming out, or at least the forerunners to the Avengers with Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars. And I think it'd be hilarious if it were Deadpool just trying to join teams and nobody will let him on. And it's like, really? This is the problem that I ran into in the Foxverse. Nobody wanted to be cool with me. Nobody wanted to be my friend. And he literally becomes the Simpsons me, right? Like, all these people are treating me terribly. Maybe it's my personality. No, it's the children who are out of touch. And like, that's it. Right? Like, it's just Deadpool just continuing to be himself and not understanding why nobody wants to be his friend. And then maybe somewhere along the line, some things happen and he ends up making a friend, right? But you have like a Deadpool team up with like Spider-Man. You have Deadpool facing off against the Incredible Hulk, maybe. But like, you literally have Deadpool appearing as either a villain or somebody who's trying to help, but screwing things up in like various movies, but still kind of being a badass. Whatever it is, I think they're gonna move him and shuffle him around the Marvel Cinematic Universe landscape. But with that being said, guys, we're gonna bring this short video to an end. Thank you all for watching, and I will catch you all later. Peace.